Hello friends, hope you are doing good. In our last video session on expansion through integration, we discussed what integration strategy is, what are the types of integration strategies, and how integration strategy helps firms to achieve their growth objectives. In this video, we will be discussing on diversification strategies, types of expansion through diversification strategies, and why organization prefers to go for diversification strategies for their growth objectives along with some suitable examples. So let's begin. Expansion through diversification is a business growth strategy where a company seeks to expand its operation by entering into a new market or industry that are distinct from its current product, services, or operations. The primary aim is to reduce risk, achieve growth, and potentially increase revenue streams by tapping into new opportunities. The diversification can be in totally a new market or industry, or it can be also in the related segment or market. Based on that, there are two types of diversification strategies. The two diversification strategies are, first is the concentric diversification and second is conglomerate diversification strategies. When a company enters into a related diversification, which is also called as concentric diversification, it involves expanding into industries or markets that are related or complementary to the company's existing operations. For example, a car manufacturing might diversify into making car spare parts or accessories or even in the transportation vehicles or two-wheeler segment. The idea is to leverage existing capabilities, existing technologies or customer base as well as the existing supply chain activities. This is considered as less risky because the company can apply its existing knowledge and resources to the new venture. Let us discuss few examples starting with Tata Group. Tata Motors, primarily an automobile manufacturer, expanded into electrical vehicle sector, which is closely related to its core business of vehicle manufacturing. It also ventured into the energy sector through Tata Power to support its vehicle operations with renewable energy sources. The reason behind this strategy is the electric vehicle market is logically extension of the automobile industry, and Tata Power could complement Tata Motors by supporting the transition to cleaner energy solution for vehicles. If we take the example of Aditya Birla Group, which has diversified into financial services with Aditya Birla Capital expanding into wealth management, insurance and asset management, which are related to group's core strength in manufacturing and distribution. The reason behind this strategic move is financial services, that is insurance, asset management, are related to its strong presence in the corporate and retail markets where it can leverage its existing customer base and distribution network. If we look at the example of Reliance Industries initially dominated in the petrochemicals and refining but later diversified into telecommunication through Jio and retail through Reliance Retail. The telecom and retail businesses are complementary to its existing presence in the Indian market, which helped Reliance leverage its massive customer base. Reason behind this diversification strategy is both Reliance Jio and Reliance Retail focus on providing connectivity and consumer goods which are complementary to Reliance core businesses. Here we can take another example of expansion in home appliances segment by Usha company. Usha is traditionally known for its fan, coolers and heaters, very old company and having essential products in most Indian homes. Usha expanded its product portfolio into home appliances that are complementary to its original products such as kitchen appliances. Usha diversified into mixers, grinders, juicers and other kitchen appliances which are related to its customer base and provide a logical extension of its core product line. In this segment of home comfort appliances, Usha also entered into markets for products like air purifiers, water heaters and air conditioners, all of which align with its existing product category of climate control solutions which are matching to its old product segment of fan, coolers and heaters. Reason behind this diversification strategy is all these products are aimed at enhancing home comfort, and given Usha's strong brand presence in household products, expanding into complementary categories allowed the company to leverage its existing distribution network and brand recognition. Now let us understand the second type of diversification strategy, which is conglomerate diversification. When a firm diversifies into a new and completely unrelated industry or market from its existing operations is called as conglomerate or unrelated diversification. It involves entering in completely different industry or markets that have no direct connection from the firm's current product or services. For instance, a soft drink manufacturer might diversify into real estate or financial services, etc. All the big brands present in Indian market can be taken as example here. The strategic decision of conglomerate diversification could be riskier because the company may not have the necessary expertise or synergies in that new industry. Here we can discuss the example of Bajaj Auto. Bajaj Auto, a leader in the two-wheeler and three-wheeler segment, diversified into financial services through Bajaj Finserv, which includes insurance, assets management and lending services. These industries are quite different for automotive manufacturing. Reason behind this strategic decision is, though the financial services is unrelated to its core operations, but the group capitalized on its strong brand reputation and distribution network to Bajaj Finserv, which even can provide loans to the customers who are interested to buy Bajaj Auto products. Another example we can take here is of ITC. ITC, originally known for its tobacco products, ITC diversified into several unrelated sectors including FMCG, hotels and paperboards. It has a strong presence in the sectors like food and beverages, personal care and lifestyle retails, while also owning a chain of luxury hotels. The reason behind ITC diversification into hospitality and FMCG was driven by its desire to create new revenue streams and to reduce its dependence only on tobacco sector, especially after changing regulations on tobacco products. Another example we can discuss here is of Videocon Group. The core business of Videocon is in the consumer electronics sectors, particularly known for its television sets and home appliances. It went for conglomerate diversification in the energy sector, particularly oil and gas exploration. It also invested into telecommunication sector. The company ventured into telecom with Videocon Telecom, and which is now shut down after the merger with Idea Cellular. Videocon also explored the retail sector with the Videocon D2H satellite television services and home appliance retailing. Reason behind this diversification strategy was to broaden its revenue base and tap into high growth industries, reducing its dependence on consumer electronics segment only. Now let us understand why firms choose diversification as a route of expansion strategies. The first most important reason is it helps firms in their risk reduction. One of the primary reasons for diversification is to reduce the company's dependency on single product, market or industry. By entering different markets or industries, a company can spread its risk, especially if the current industry is prone to economic downturns, regulatory changes or market saturation. For example, a company that primarily operates into volatile sector like oil, which may diversify into more stable industries, for example, consumer goods or financial services, to offset the inherent risk in the core business. The second reason is capitalizing on growth opportunities. Diversification allows companies to tap into new geographic regions or demographic markets, providing opportunities for revenue growth that may not be available in the existing market. For example, a company in a mature market of North America may diversify into emerging markets like India or Africa, where demand for certain products or services is growing rapidly. The third reason for diversification strategy is for increasing the revenue stream. Diversification can provide access to entirely new products and services that generate additional revenue streams. By entering different industries, businesses can increase their sales potential and profitability. For example, a manufacturer of home appliances could diversify into a food and beverage sector, creating a new stream of income while leveraging existing operational capabilities like distribution networks. The fourth benefit is the strategy of diversification helps firms in achieving economies of scales. Diversification can lead to operational synergies, particularly in related diversification. Companies can leverage existing resources such as distribution channels, manufacturing facilities, or marketing expertise across different products line or industries, achieving economies of scale. For example, a company that manufactures both home appliances and personal care products may be able to use the same supply chain, distribution channels, or retail partnership, which can reduce the cost and operational efficiency. The fifth reason why organizations go for diversification strategy, as it helps in enhancing their competitive advantage. By diversifying, a company can strengthen its competitive position in the market. The company may be able to offer more comprehensive solutions to the customers, create barrier to entry for the competitors, or benefits from cross branding and marketing. For example, Apple initially focused on computers but later diversified into smartphones, tablets, and wearable technology. This allowed the company to dominate the broader tech ecosystem and create a more integrated and competitive product portfolio. The next reason for diversification is to counteract the market saturation. The market or saturated industries growth opportunities may be limited. Diversification helps companies to find fresh avenues for growth into newer or less competitive sectors. For example, a company that has reached the peak of its market share in the competitive industry, for example in a smartphone market, might diversify into a new vertical like cloud computing or financial services to tap into growth opportunities beyond its saturated core market. Another reason of opting the growth diversification is for creating long-term stability. In industries where growth potential is limited, companies can look for diversification as a way to ensure long-term stability and sustainable profitability. By entering new sectors, businesses can continue to grow even if one industry faces decline. ITC Limited, initially a tobacco company, diversified into FMCG segment, hotels and agriculture industry to ensure steady growth, especially as the tobacco industry faced increasing regulations and consumer health concerns. One reason can be it helps the firms to access new technologies. Diversification allows companies to invest in new technologies or acquire new innovations in industries they are unfamiliar with, which may be critical for long-term growth and competitiveness. For example, Google diversified into self-driving cars via Waymo as a part of broader interest in emerging technologies that could redefine future business opportunities. Diversification strategy can also help firms in tax benefits or incentives. Some countries offer tax incentives or other financial benefits to companies that expand into new sectors or geographical areas, encouraging businesses to diversify their operations. For example, companies that diversify into renewable energy may receive tax breaks or government subsidies, incentivizing investment into new sustainable industries. And lastly, the firms choose diversification strategy to exit from declining or non-core businesses. Diversification may also be driven by the need to exit declining industries or non-core businesses and redirect resources to more promising opportunities. This enables companies to refocus their efforts on areas with better growth opportunities. For example, a company in the traditional print media business may diversify into digital publishing, online education, or e-commerce to mitigate the impact of declining print advertising revenue. I hope you have understood what diversification strategy is, what are the different types of diversification strategies with related examples. In our upcoming video, we will be discussing on expansion through cooperation strategies, where there are strategies like joint ventures, strategic alliances, mergers, acquisitions, and takeovers. We will be discussing each of these cooperation strategies separately in our upcoming videos. Stay connected. Thank you.